Being a football manager isn't easy.
You've got to die to get 3 points!
Let's not take the piss here.
I prefer really not to speak.
But I wanted to set myself a challenge. So over the next 350 in-game days, I was going to manage a team to FIFA glory, where our ultimate goal was being crowned winners of the Champions League. And so we became the new manager of Borussia Dortmund. I'm taking this job very seriously. As far as first days go, ours was pretty simple. We had a quick training session which was important to level up our players and give us the best chance of winning the Champions League. On day 5, we sold Erling Haaland to Manchester City, which gave us a new transfer budget of nearly £200 million. And on day 12, we made our first new signing, bringing in Luis Diaz from Liverpool for £65 million plus Julian Brandt. Over the next couple of weeks, we continued to dominate the transfer market and signed some of the best players in the world, like Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric and Lionel Messi for £128 million plus 2 player swaps. On day 39, we had our first match of the season in the Super Cup final against Bayern Munich. And thanks to goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Jude Bellingham, we managed to secure a 3-1 win and bring home our first trophy of the season. On day 45, we had our first press conference.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be...
It was also on day 45 that we had our first Bundesliga match of the season against Eintracht Frankfurt, which we won 2-1 with goals from Marco Reus and Lionel Messi. We took a 3-1 win in our next league game against Freiburg before snatching a 1-0 dub over Hoffenheim, which meant we took maximum points from our first 3 league games. Day 62 was transfer deadline day, and this was important because it was the last day we would be able to bring in players before the transfer window closed. So as the clock counted down, we entered negotiations to try and sign any players we could that would help us win the Champions League. But as the clock was reaching midnight and the transfer window was closing, we signed
nobody. We signed nobody. Well, that was just a bit disappointing if I'm gonna be honest. Back to work.
Day 73 in the Bundesliga saw us take on Bayer Leverkusen, and after a bit of a rocky start, we managed to secure a late winner in a 2-1 win. On day 76, our Champions League campaign finally got underway in our first group stage game against Sporting Lisbon. And to be honest, things couldn't have got off to a better start.
Yes! Come on, hit that.
With goals from Messi, Ronaldo and Marco Reus, we took 3 points from our first Champions League game and went to the top of our group. Our next games in the Bundesliga were against Union Berlin and Borussia Mönchengladbach, and with our front line on fire, we took the full 6 points to put us on top of the Bundesliga. Our next group stage game against Ajax in the Champions League didn't go quite to plan after they put 5 goals past us at home and destroyed us in a loss which pushed us back to second place in the group stage table. Our Bundesliga form wasn't in any doubt though, with our unbeaten run continuing with a win over Augsburg. On day 108 though, we decided to take a bit more of a casual approach to our management tactics. This wasn't the best idea though, after we took our first loss in the league to Mainz. But even after dropping 3 points, we were still sitting comfortably at the top of the league. Our chances at qualifying for the Champions League round of 16 were in big danger after we went 2-1 down to Besiktas. But thanks to a last-minute equaliser from Cristiano Ronaldo, we managed to secure a point away in Turkey. Our next 2 league games were against Arminia Bielefeld and FC Cologne, where we took a 3-0 win over Arminia, but only managed to take 1 point against Cologne. And this meant we were dropped back to second place in the league table. On day 118, we made sure not to make any mistakes at home to Besiktas and secured a 4-1 win to take the 3 points.
Finesse that! Yes! 4-1.
And that meant a win in our next game against Sporting Lisbon would guarantee us a spot in the Champions League round of 16. Our next challenge was up against RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and after going 2-0 down, things weren't looking good for us. But after Ronaldo halved Leipzig's lead, Luis Diaz came through with 2 late goals for us to take the win just minutes before full time. Our late winner over Leipzig meant we were pushed right to the top of the league, 2 points clear of second place Bayern. We also had Stuttgart in our next match, which we easily saw off 2-0. On day 140, we had the opportunity to secure our place in the Champions League round of 16. After taking an early lead thanks to a Marco Reus goal, we went 2 up in the second half through a Luis Diaz strike. Sporting did their best to try and salvage something from the game, but in the end we took a 2-1 win and guaranteed our spot in the round of 16. Our last game of November saw us get a 2-0 win over Wolfsburg. On day 157, we had our biggest Bundesliga game of the season yet against Bayern Munich, and if they beat us, they would go top of the league. But as the game kicked off, we didn't get off to the greatest start. Cristiano drew us level, but Muller quickly put Bayern back in front. Gnabry also chipped our keeper before Kingsley Coman finished us off, which resulted in a 4-1 loss that pushed us back to second place on the league table. Our final group stage game of the Champions League on day 160 wasn't really that important since we already qualified, but we still managed to grab a point in Amsterdam. And on day 163, we drew Chelsea in the Champions League round of 16. We also managed to get 6 points in our last 2 games of the year, which meant we were entering the new year on top of the table. The new year also meant new signings, and after accidentally selling Thomas Meunier to Bayern Munich,
I may have accidentally sold Thomas Meunier.
don't ask me how I did it, we signed Kyle Walker for Manchester City for £40 million. Our year could have gotten off to a better start after we lost 4-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt away, which kept Bayern's distance over us on the table. We made sure to keep the pressure on Bayern though by going on a scoring spree in our next 4 games and securing 10 points out of 12. Day 231 was the big one though, coming up against Chelsea in the Champions League round of 16. But inside the first 5 minutes we gave away a penalty. But we actually saved it. We had so many opportunities to take the lead, but Chelsea's Edouard Mendy was keeping them in the game. And then it was full time. This tie was going to have to be decided in the second leg at Stamford Bridge. Our rocky New Year form in the Bundesliga continued with us only getting 2 wins in our next 3 matches, with the most FIFA goal ever putting our Bundesliga hopes at risk. We did take a big 4-0 win away to Mainz though, before getting back to the Champions League. Our start to the Champions League round of 16 second leg on day 251 couldn't have gotten off worse. But after going down 1-0, we made sure to equalise early. And then take the lead. With Chelsea continuing to attack, our goalkeeper was doing everything to secure us the win. And just as things seemed to be wrapped up, this happened. And so we were headed for extra time. We went back and forth until the worst possible thing happened.
Trying to deliver it accurately, and a headed goal it is! Right on cue!
If we didn't turn this tie around, we were heading out of the Champions League, and as time ticked on, it was Chelsea's keeper who actually gifted us a chance.
And a goal! He's put it away!
And with the full-time whistle blown, we were headed for penalties.
It's the mentality of any footballer. And he's beat it. And he's done not. And the keeper denies them from the... Well, Agadon.
Yes.
It went to wrong. Clinical as... Not to be...
Come on, Messi, you've got this.
Oh, a superb stake here. He knows he's got to score. He saved it to make certain of the presence in the next round.
We're going to the quarterfinals.
Our Bundesliga run was right back on track with a 3-1 win over Arminia Bielefeld on day 255. We were now only 1 point behind Bayern on the table, but after picking up 3 points against FC Cologne, RB Leipzig only held us to a draw, making our job at securing the title even tougher. Day 279 meant it was time for the Champions League quarter-final, and we were up against our biggest league rivals, Bayern Munich. And after letting in an early offside goal, it was Thomas Muller who gave Bayern the lead.
And there it is!
With Manuel Neuer on top form, we struggled to find any way through, and Bayern capitalised on this, netting 2 more goals, making it 3-0. It wasn't looking good for us, but after scoring 2 goals to minimise Bayern's lead, we made our job in the second leg just a little bit easier.
Ronaldo! Oh, another goal!
Back in the Bundesliga, we took a 3-2 win over Stuttgart before getting right back to the Champions League quarter-final second leg.
Well, this would help them get back into the game.
And on day 287, our face-off against Bayern started off with Jude Bellingham putting us a goal up inside 10 minutes.
Bellingham!
Our front line was on fire, scoring 3 more to put us 4-0 up in the first half hour.
Ronaldo. Another goal!
Bayern did pull a goal back before converting a penalty, but in the end it was us that was in the final 4 of the Champions League. Our 5th last game in the Bundesliga saw us trip up against Wolfsburg and take a 2-1 loss, which meant our next game was even more important. On day 297, we came up against league leaders Bayern Munich, where a win would keep us in touching distance of the title. And we were given a great chance to win this game after Thomas Muller was sent off after just 6 minutes. But this was also the game where our keeper just decided to disconnect. What? We levelled the score with a Cristiano Ronaldo equaliser, but Bayern quickly went one ahead before we made things all square in the second half.
And just like that.
After that game, the league table didn't change, with Bayern still 4 points clear with just 3 games left. Day 300 was the start of our Champions League semi-final battle against Atletico Madrid. And after just 20 minutes, Marco Reus gave us a 2-0 lead. Atletico did fight back though, and after a controversial goal...
Oh, he's off. He's offside. That has to be offside.
It was all level. Then, after defending one last attack, it was all square at full time. And just like our last 2 knockout ties, we would need a big result in the second leg to give us a chance at lifting the Champions League trophy. Our next game in the Bundesliga was against FC Bochum, which we nearly fumbled thanks to EA's revolutionary gameplay. But we did take the win thanks to a late Daniel Malin winner. With that result, we were just 1 point behind Bayern, but with an extra game played. Day 308 saw us take on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League semi-final second leg. And after getting away with a close Luis Suarez attempt early on, we fought back.
Messi looking for the through ball. Oh, and a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. A real opening now. And a goal! They must score. That's high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a fantastic save.
Not everything went to plan though after we conceded 2 terrible goals.
Can he get them level?
I thought we were about to go full Pep Guardiola mode, but there was just one man who wouldn't let that happen.
Ronaldo! Oh, in he goes! Now he has his hat-trick!
Our final 2 Bundesliga games were against 4th and Hertha Berlin, and despite taking the full 6 points, it just wasn't enough, with Bayern lifting the Bundesliga title over us. Our attention turned to the Champions League final though, where we were drawn against FC Barcelona, who beat Manchester United in the other semi-final.